animal, you have mammals, reptiles, birds, and so on. Now, under mammals, you may have cow, dog, cat. If I tell you animal A equals new, what can I have on the other side of new?
Any one of those animals you listed?
You could have an animal, or you could have a reptile, or you could have a cow, or you could have a cat. Okay? So if your class has derived classes, then on the new side, it could be all kinds of things. But nevertheless, in our case, because of this, there are lots of times when, based on what you've written, the code, we can infer what the type is. That's what var is. Okay? So if V is a list of candlesticks, now suppose I do this. For each, let's call it X in V. What's the type of X?
Candlestick.
Yeah, because you're saying that you're going to loop through all the elements of V, but remember, V is a list of candlesticks. Agree? If I'm looping through a list of candlesticks, then each element I get is a candlestick. You can infer that. Therefore, I could say for each candlestick, do you agree? But if I don't want to do all of that, I say, hey, compiler, you should be able to figure it out. I can say for each var X in list of candlesticks. But now if you ask, X is a candlestick, and the compiler will only allow you to use properties or methods of the candlestick class, because it knows that X is a candlestick, and you should also know that. But you just don't want to have to write this whole thing and say, yeah, this is what it's going to be, and so forth and so on. Do we agree? Okay. I won't say anything, but the people or the person I'm referring to, one of the reasons some people leave my office in tears when I'm tough with them is because I say, you're not studying, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. That person knows I'm not even looking up so that no one gets it through. But you're spending your time on your phone, smiling, laughing, like someone is telling you some cool stuff. You're not paying one bit of attention to the stuff I'm doing here. You come to my office, I'll kick you out of it. Unless I see that from now on, you stow that thing away, don't do it now so that people don't know who you are, and that you show me that you're paying attention. Okay, because obviously there's far more fun, interesting stuff coming through your phone than this stuff that you're paying to learn. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, we have our form, we created it, and this little aside was to show that, oh, you could also do it this way, okay? And this way is use var, say, I'm creating a new chart display, but remember, all that does, it creates an object in memory, okay? You want to show it, so you do that. So let's see what happens now if I run this. Now I did this thing twice, no problem. First it has to compile, obviously. It did. I'm going to now say load to stop. Let's say I pick, although it makes no difference whether I pick 1 or 2 in this case. And in fact, I can only pick 1 because I haven't set my multi-select, it seems. Okay, I will have to do that. But here's what happens. And I say open, and here it is. It actually opened 2 windows. Remember how in our code, we did just that. We said we created one chart display called F, and we showed it. That was 1. And then we created another chart display called G, and we showed that. And that's why we had those 2 extra forms come up. Do you have that on your thing? Does it do that on yours? Because you can do this in real time with me, and then doing project 2 will be fairly simple.